started thinking about Malcolm X, my parents, my grandparents, and my people in that very moment. Every fiber of my being hit addict from the amount of bogus I had to tolerate all day just because some kids
notice all of them are white too,
wanted to goof around.
It's been years. I'm still mad about that. I remember being in the damn car. I'm still pissed.
Yo, what it do, baby? What it do? Hey, what's good? It's Kai. Hi. Oh, hi, I'm Kai. That's my actual intro. Hi, what it do? Hey, it's been a minute. Welcome back. That's Jacob, Danny, Daryl, Denson, Benson, and Steve. That's gonna be a hell to edit when I edit this. Hi, hello. We're watching a video today called it's by MVP Chan the Man. And if I remember right, it is something school related. I won't waste your time too much. We already went through the intro. Subscribe, please. I'd like to beat Nicki Minaj in subscribers purely because, just because, I'm not gonna lie. There's just because I can. It's a goal though. We'll do something big at the end of it. Anyway, a video time. Yay. Oh, my dad found out I cussed out my principal. Ooh, I got a story for this actually, but we gonna get through this.
Yo, it's Jan. Let's get to it. All right. I say this story took place in the fall of 2017. Yes, I know, long time ago. And I was going into my second hour of the day, Math Essentials. Now, I was in this Math Essentials class with a bunch of lunatics per usual. You know, the typical idiots you would see in a class like this. And unfortunately, this was in a period of my life where I was getting roasted, grilled, insulted.
Hey Nig, we all been there. Cause side note, 2017, best year of my life, hands down. Best year of my life, at least so far. Bro, shit was so good in 2017. Bro, if we could go back to how 2017 was, and I just didn't have to be the age where I was, like the age I was in 2017, oh, I'd be so happy. I'd be such a happy nigga. Oh my gosh.
Stayed by every kid in this class. There was no getting by it. One step into this class, and I'd already know that with everyone cracking an eye at me and snickering, that I was going to have a very long school year. I was putting up with this for weeks at this point, just for context, by the way. But back to the lunatics I was talking about earlier. In this class, the two kids I'll be focusing on are Theo and Chip. Now, Chip had got my attention by calling my name and then, haha, you looked. Now this feels familiar.
Yeah.
Almost like someone else punched me twice on the shoulder and thought sugar was sweet. Until my dad had to give me a knuckle sandwich card and I had to send that sucker to the moon. But anyways, here's why I paused. You see, Chip pulled a classic schoolyard prank on me called, what does Google say? The circle game. Where someone makes an OK symbol with their hand under their waist, and if someone looks, then the other person gets to punch the looker twice on the shoulder. Huh?
Okay, I can't say I played this game. Hold on, let me get my people out. I can't say I played this game before. However, one thing that did happen, this might be only for my Caribbean people that may know this. Y'all know the schoolyard game called Pocky? I don't know if y'all call it somebody else, but it's called Pocky. We also call it, some people call it burst, like you bursting people. So you throw a tennis ball at the wall, basketball, throw it against the wall. Shut up. Anyway, you throw a tennis ball against the wall, catch it. So you have to try and catch it. Depending on who is closest to, if you don't catch it, whoever grabs it gets to throw the ball at you, and you have to run the fuck away. And hope to God they either miss or you dodge, or you try to get it, you miss, and then again somebody throws the ball at you as hard as they can, and you pray to God they either miss or you dodge. That sounds something like similar to this. Either that or the game where you like slap somebody's hands and shit, or bloody knuckles. That too. I played that shit like twice, maybe. I was skinny throughout my entire school career. I had no business playing that shit, and I realized that very early on. So no, this sounds familiar.
Thing was, punches were just a pinch too hard for me to just play it off like I typically do. So as Chip walks away, I decide, you know what? I gotta get my lip back. Like, ain't no way you finna hit me like that, and I am gonna let it slide. Like, oh, no. You got the wrong monkey thinking you in the clear. Yeah, let me go on ahead. I was interrupted by the other kid, Theo, who was like the Tom to my Jerry. And he
Big
picked
ass
me up
nigga
by the waist and held me in the air perpendicular to the ground. Now at this point, y'all, I'm genuinely panicking because I wasn't expecting someone to pick me up. This dude had me feeling like Goku when he was getting held by the great ape Vegeta. So I was begging and pleading with bro to just let me go, and okay.
Oh hell no. Oh, first of all, okay, we're going back. I'm not gonna lie. This is starting to get personal for me. The agenda starting to get personal for me, bro. People in school, dudes in school will say the most like, will do the most like, "Ha, you doing that? That's gay." Hey, don't be gay, mate. Stop doing that shit, mate. But like, I ain't like mine, mate. And then proceed to grab you by the waist, like you're a bad bitch, mind you. Pick you up to go do whatever the hell. Some niggas to try. You know how like hyenas will get each other in the behind, or like mount each other to like prove dominance, or some animals do the same thing. Sometimes niggas would do that. Not to me. I never had that happen to me. I will kill a nigga if that shit happened to me. But like I saw some dudes do that, genuinely like prove a point. Those were the same motherfuckers. Those were the same niggas who would be like, "Boy, stop liking mine, boy. What's wrong with you?" Some shit like that. Like, liking mine. My brother in Christ, you just thrusted a man's ass. What are you talking about? What? Bro,
Yes.
Bro,
I fell flat on my back and killed myself. And yeah,
oh, okay.
I might have fell with all the impact on the ground from my back to the carpet. But bro, we all know that at school, public school, under them carpets are just straight concrete. My back was not safe. I took 110% of the damage. Junk hit my body and shot for like 10 seconds, and I didn't even know what was going on. Until that pain and agony kicked in, bro. This hurt so bad, I thought I was paralyzed. And my broccoli head monkey brother held me up. Y'all, listen. The thump in my back was so loud. A random science teacher from a neighboring class down the hall came down and told specifically Theo, Chip, and me to all go to the assistant principal's office. Now looking back, this means that somebody...
Whoa, wait, what? Why I gotta go? Oh, I just realized what the video, my dad found I cussed up the principal. This gotta be, bro, I really hope your dad is cool. I really hope your dad cool. Cause if you tell me just like, "Hey dad, I cussed up the principal," and he hit you with a wham bam belt combo, oh my heavens.
Must have snitched, and now I gotta deal with some more BS. Now in the office, after waiting for
I gotta start using that mob psycho thing.
Chip and I all sit in the office, and my assistant principal, Mr. T, stares into our souls and asks what happened. Chandler slipped and he fell on his back. How? I had, you know what? I had picked him up. You what? But I swear it wasn't to hurt him. You see, yeah, the principal was talking to Theo and Chip for a hot minute, and I could tell that Theo and Chip were definitely trying to cover for each other so that they didn't get in any crazy trouble, and I could have played along too. But to be honest, y'all, I didn't care. My back was in a crazy throbbing pain, not just a little too hard. I mean, that junk was throbbing, and tears in my eyes.
Bro, and the worst part is back pain, that shit don't really go away. Like, I mean, the pain goes away hypothetically. Like, yeah, like your pain, you're not in pain anymore. But like that shit stays there for a while. Like back injuries don't just heal like that. Like that's some shit you carry on. Like if I remember right, there was this girl who was at like TwitchCon who there was like a foam pit, and she jumped in the foam pit. It was way shallower than it was supposed to be, and she fell, and then her back was fucked up. Mind you, question, as far as, okay, other than the fact that, like, yes, obviously backs hurt and everything, what's the part of the back that, like, fucks up? Like, that's the spine, right? And the part of the back that fucks up is the spine, as far as I'm concerned. Because, like, the rest of the back is just, like, muscle and shit. Like, it's spine, ribs, heart. That's not like, it's not like there's like just like a plate, like a bone plate that covers your back. It's spine, ribs. So, like, I'm assuming that fucks up the spine, which is crazy and incredibly dangerous. You're like, yeah, no, you carrying that into adulthood. Fuck hell, man.
And 15 minutes have passed since this point. But listen, I could not think about these two buffoons' feelings in the current moment. I could care less. They threw me up in the air, I fell on the ground, and they out here pulling random schoolyard pranks on me, and I already had a hard couple of weeks in this darn class. Dang, man. Listen. After Theo and Chip finished yapping, okay, Jen, let me hear your side of the story. Yeah, I was just getting into class when Chip had punched me twice on the shoulder for looking at his hand, and I got irritated, so I went ahead and go, wait, what? That doesn't line up at all. That's garbage. Yeah, what?
Yeah, no, that makes sense. I'm sorry I'm talking so much. This is just extremely personal to me. Yeah, no. I was like, what? That doesn't line up at all. That's garbage. So if two ladies accused you, let me not say that on YouTube. No, that type shit, bro, type shit.
No, I'm being serious. He literally punched me twice on the shoulder. So, like, you know, like any other rational human being, I tried to just go, that's garbage! Yo, I'm not exactly sure why, but I started thinking about Malcolm X, my parents, my grandparents, and my people in that very moment. Every fiber of my being hit adding in the amount of bogus I had to tolerate all day just because some kids.
Just notice all of them are white too, yeah.
Wanted to goof around. I was livid that my side was not being heard when these two problem kids were clearly making up a lie to get themselves out of trouble. How could my principal be this dense? This was not fair, and it wasn't right. You knew what? In that moment, I decided that I was going to give you peace of my mind. And I cussed out my principal. Garbage? Garbage? Are you freaking serious? Can you not understand what's going on right now? These two kids are freaking lying to your face. You sent me in this stupid class because I failed one dumb math test with a bunch of lunatics in here, and I gotta deal with roasted and all kinds of dumb bullshit all freaking week. And now I gotta deal with this? Are you kidding me? Man, this doesn't even make any sense. Man, no wonder why you're freaking stuck here with this dumb, stupid, dead-end job dealing with dumb old little kids like these two bogo heads next to me. Oh my gosh, I'm so freaking tired of this, man. You're not making any sense. Man, I'm freaking at it, bro. I'm so tired. What do you mean? What do you mean, garbage? You didn't even let me hear my half of the story. I didn't even say a single word. Man, shut that goofy, corny bias, why shit up, nigga? Damn! Leave me alone!
I will say this, and this is to any parents or like parents, teacher, anybody who's dealing with kids. That's the wrong thing. I didn't mean to click into that. Oh shit! I accidentally closed myself. Whatever. I'll back in. To any parents, teachers, whatever the fuck. Do you know how mad like getting an adult mad is easy? That's easy. Now, you know how hard it is to like get a kid. Not only that, a kid who's like a decent person, who is also under the threat of their parents, that mad to where it's like being a black kid and then arguing with your sibling to the point of yelling and fighting in front of your parents. Like, parents, yes, I know you don't want your kids fighting, especially not in front of you, but do you know how pissed off
they had to be at each other to the point of where they said, fuck everything, fuck your threats, fuck a beating, or screw your beatings, screw whatever punishment y'all had in store. I need to yell at this nigga, and I need to let him know right now. Do you know the biblical levels of wrath you have to feel for that to happen? I'm just saying. That's it. I'm just saying, you know, oh shit, this was black. Oh, I forgot.
After my crash out, my principal looks terrified, and he tells me to start taking deep breaths. And when I calm down, to resume our conversation. After 2 minutes of very deep and heavy breathing, the conversation very clearly focused from a random loud thump in math essentials to me cussing on my principal. So, my principal tells me he's about to call my mom and asks if I want to stay in the room or leave the room while he talks to her. And obviously, I'm gonna stay in here. Like, ain't no way I'm about to have him twist the story in this room to my mom while I'm not here. Not on my watch. So he calls my mom, tells her what happened.
Okay. Oh, this is gonna be funny.
And then asks to see if she could come to the school to talk. She agrees and tells them that she'll be there within the next 30 minutes to an hour. Now, after that call, for some reason, the counselor came in the office, started asking me if I had any medication for her. Then, he started asking me if I had any mental health diagnosis.
Oh, wow. Oh, wait, hold on. Ooh, hey, nigga, we might be twins. Hold on. Ooh, wow. Okay. Wow. Hey, nigga, we might be twins. We might be long lost brothers. Hey, what? You sure you're not Caribbean? Are you Caribbean gang? You Caribbean? What school you went to? Gus? Bro, I'm not gonna lie. I'm like 90% sure I've been like called that before. I don't think so. Like, I've been told many a times that I have anger issues or had anger issues because of that shit. Nigga, I was just frustrated. It's like, bro, people see a kid who is like at their wits' end. When adults get pissy, that's perfectly fine. But if a person who has less, like a person who should have less emotional regulation, mind you, I say should have less emotional regulation, because they're a child. Then there's like, you on any medication? Are you on? Are you have any mental issues that we should know about? Like, oh my gosh, bro. And it's like, yes, maybe that kid does have anger issues, but maybe it's not because of, you know, maybe you're his anger issues. Maybe if you left, maybe then the anger issues wouldn't exist. You ever think of that, teacher? Sorry, I'm a relay a whole story at the end of this video. I'm not gonna lie.
In the past to supposedly explain my outburst for today. Yo, obviously, it was just due to my emotions being bottled up from today and the past weeks of annoying shenanigans I had to deal with off screen. But man, suburb schools love cheaters, specifically black boys. Abnormal anomalies, no human emotions. Any kind of outburst or negative emotions immediately requires medication or a diagnosis. Like, bro, we are not the hope. We are just kids like everybody else in the school. What is up with society treating black kids like grown adults? Like, dog, you gonna be messing around, causing mishap just like the other kids too, bro. We are not perfect. Man, shut these double standards down, bro. Man, I can't stand these.
Hey gang, it's fine. I'm a professional yapper my damn self.
My fault for the tangent. But all I'll say is that they're definitely, unintentionally, being racist. Can't change my mind on that. Man, no wonder why I was thinking about Malcolm X earlier. Anyways, when my assistant principal had called my mom to ask her to pull up, my mom had actually hit them with the ultimate reversal. You see, while I was in school expecting my mom, she had actually sent my dad.
Oh right, I forgot. I forgot this shit.
Drive to the school to handle the principal. Oh my goodness, bro. So my dad pulls up, starts walking to the front entrance of the school. I get shivers down my spine as I feel my father's presence as he steps into this counselor's office. The air thickens. My principal pauses as the door slowly creaks so everyone is in awe as my dad slowly walks in the room. His hands grip the chair as he slowly pulls it out and sits down. He looks at me, and then he looks at the principal, and then he takes a deep breath, and he didn't box with my principal? Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I was just as shocked as y'all. In that moment, I genuinely thought my pop was about to show me what that knuckle sandwich card was all about. But he must have binge watched all of the villain saga on the drive to my school, because he just started talking to my assistant principal about scouting, some men's church groups he's in, and raising sons in general. Surprisingly, to my knowledge, they seem to actually find a handful of stuff in common. I really don't know how my dad transitioned the main topic of the day from me crashing out at my principal to talking about church. But my dad was definitely running the conversation. As my principal started wrapping up some talk about his son, my dad had looked at me again and he gave me the look. The look of...
Oh, do not tell me. Do not tell me. Do not tell me your dad got mad at you because you got body slammed. I would never forgive him for that shit.
Father gives their son when they need you to follow through every lead and not trip.
Okay, good, okay.
All right, Chan, I think you owe your assistant principal an apology.
Yes, sir. Mr. T, I apologize for my behavior earlier this morning. I wasn't in my right state of mind, and I shouldn't have yelled. It's okay, Chandler. I understand. No, you're a good kid, Chandler. You knew I wasn't talking about you, right? Yeah. Alright, so, Mr. Carson, is Chandler staying here, or is he...
I'll be taking Chandler home for the day.
Oh, okay. I understand. Well, you two have a nice day.
Yeah, you too.
Hey, sorry, Dad. I just got so upset earlier. When the principal started yelling at me, I just started thinking about you and Granddad and everything our people went through, and all my bottled up emotions just bursted.
Hey, it's okay, son. Trust me. I get it. I've been there.
And there it was, folks. I cussed on my principal, and I got to leave early from school. And even better, my dad showed me how a true MVP handles pressure instead of lashing out when it gets too hard. I learned a whole lot of things that day, but the number one thing I learned was not to bottle up my emotions. Keeping your emotions down is not getting rid of them. You need to work through those emotions so that you don't blow up at people. Now, don't get me twisted. The emotions you feel will always be valid to you because they're there for a reason. However, just because you feel the emotions doesn't mean you have to act on them. Find outlets for those emotions and put that energy into something instead of at someone. For me, going to the gym helps sometimes. Drawing how I feel or watching random edits on TikTok, shoot. Playing Super Mario Galaxy for the 10th time helps. And it can be dumb or stupid or a little crazy to other people. It doesn't matter. Just find something that works for you. I cannot emphasize how bad bottling up your emotions are. People have thrown their entire lives away over a single moment, and it's not worth it.
Yo, has Will Smith's career healed since this moment? I was about to say, I don't think his career over Jada Smith, a woman who I personally despise for my own personal reasons. Whole career over her ass. That is crazy.
It never is. Even if you're heated and angry in the moment, if you can separate yourself from your current situation, do it. Don't listen to others around you talking about how you're weak for not standing 10 toes or not letting it slide. It takes more strength not to lash out. It takes more strength to stay in control. Don't give in, please. Because when that happens, when you let go, you're not just hurting others, man. You're hurting yourself.
Hey gang, that was a beautiful message. Now let me tell you about the time I didn't do any of that, alright? So this was back in about 9th grade, if I remember correctly. 9th grade. And so there was a time where I really did not fuck with a teacher of mine. This like big lady. Forgot her name, but for right now we'll just call her Miss. Let's just call her Miss Basket. Now, Now, on one hand, I did feel bad for Miss Basket, considering the fact like no teacher salary sucks. I saw her like on the stock trade one time, and I'm pretty sure she at some point she did like ask her mother like, oh, how's he doing, all that jazz, since she probably remembers me for a reason. But yeah, so one day in 9th grade, it was coming close to the end of the school day. So you know what I did? It come close to the end of the school day, I started packing up my shit. I didn't get up. I didn't leave the class. Everything I needed for the class, for that class, that lesson right there was on my table. All right. So everything else I had though, I started packing it up to be ready to leave, because I saw my folks outside. Not to mention the fact, no, I think it was the fact of like my folks were outside. Yeah, no, I started packing my shit up. My folks were outside, so I know I'd have to leave immediately. I'd leave immediately once class ends. So I started packing up my shit. She had an issue with that. Like, what you doing? I packing up my stuff. Like, school class ain't out yet. Yeah, I know, but I'm just packing up my stuff. My ride's out there. Like, no. Like, no, she had an issue. I also don't remember the exact, words and everything. But like, she had an issue with it. And she basically told me, like, all right, you stay in here an extra 10 minutes. I'm like, no, I'm not. Why would I do that? I'm like, no, you want to disrespect me in my class? You stay in an extra 10 minutes. No, I'm not. Class is almost over in like a few minutes. I'm just packing up my stuff since I'll have to leave immediately. That's common sense, I thought, at least. So obviously, me and her start fighting, and let me tell you, the people in my class, I don't know if you niggas are watching this, you might not even remember me. You niggas are some dick riders. Oh my god. Because as I'm arguing with the woman, right? Now, mind you, it's getting heated. I'm getting heated. And I'm trying to leave by force. This woman's grabbing me and shit. I'm telling her, let me the fuck go. And people like the threats of like calling police and shit are there. That's how mad I am. I'm dead ass threatening to like I had my phone in class this time. This is around like I had my phone in class. Get my bag. Like that's how deep this shit was getting. I was threatening to call the police. At least I was willing to fight this woman. Let me tell you, only reason I didn't was because the dick riders in my class, who mind you, you get nothing from defending that woman. Y'all argue with her too. Why are you defending her? You wanna know why? It was because I was the smallest, second smallest nigga in that class. Third smallest nigga in that class. I was skinny throughout my entire school career. I said this. Metabolism on 1800. maybe they just found it like as an easy way to fucking piss me off, get some power on me. Nigga, I was so pissed, I was willing to box every nigga in there. When you get, I'm being so dead ass. I ran on the fuck it, we ball. I ain't taking no shit. I'm either gonna box or die trying. I was gonna die trying, but I was still gonna try. Mind you, it was, mama, I'm sorry to say this, but like, first it was my mom, like that she told the teacher like some shit's going down. She gotta come back later. She just left. I didn't get any explanation. I didn't get to explain my shit at all. Just looked at the teacher, let the teacher say her shit, and she left. I was there. I was supposed to leave at 3. I was there till 5 o'clock. I was there till 5 o'clock. Everybody fucking left. Everybody fucking left. I was still there. I was crying and shit. I was pissed. I was fuming. Cause one thing that pisses me off the most, like frustration is one thing. Like genuine frustration is one thing. That frustration will have me wanting to kill somebody, because I've experienced in GTA, because I've experienced unjust rules, like injustice many times, mainly in like family settings with my brother, big older brother, bullshit like that. But like other things that piss me off is niggas who make dumb, it pissed me off when adults said some shit and it was the stupidest shit you've ever heard in your life, but you just expect me to roll with it. Why? No, I'm not gonna agree with you because you're an adult. That's objectively stupid. No, I'm not doing that. I don't care if you're an adult. That's objectively dumb. Are you dumb? You're a teacher. You're supposed to be the smart one here. What the hell's wrong with you? So I was there for from 3 to 5. That's 2 hours. 2 extra hours I was there at school. Then here comes my pops. Here comes my pops. I would say this right now, me and my pops, at least to me, we didn't have a good relationship. When I was young. Me and my pops are okay now. If you would have asked me if me and my pops had a good relationship when I was young, I would have given you a solid fuck no. A solid fuck no. He's far too old school for me. He was far too old school for me. No, because when he pulled up, he told, like, I didn't get a chance to speak, period. Mind you, he didn't get, she could be lying. Anything could have happened during that time. Anything, literally anything. She could have punched me through the wall. And because he didn't let me explain anything, he would never know. Never. You know the tight lip look your parents keep giving you? Nigga, I was so dead ass on trying to defend myself, I stopped listening to him. You know how much of a defense you think you have when you stop listening to your Black Caribbean parents? And it's like, I didn't get to explain myself at all. He just took me in the car and he just told me off. I kept trying to explain myself. He didn't let me. Pretty sure my mother was in the car too. I tried to explain myself again. I didn't get a chance to. Nigga. And people wondered why I never talked when I was younger. It didn't do anything. Why would I talk? It's not like it's gonna amount to anything. Who gives a fuck? And I think that I'm gonna be dead ass. I think that's an epiphany my folks came to when I got older, because my father he went from, like, granted this was when I was older, he went from at least with me in personal matters, he went from just telling me to be quiet to trying de-escalation, because he could probably see that the child that stays in his room doesn't like talking to people, doesn't really like, you know, interacting with anybody anymore, and has a brother that constantly got him in trouble, and openly stated, whenever I leave my room, I get in trouble. He probably realized that, hey, maybe yelling at this, maybe this style of parenting doesn't work with this kid. Maybe let me try something else, right? Because like, which, yes, that worked, which is why I tell parents, which is why I'm like on the front of like some kids, I will say this, some kids need to get hit. Some kids don't need to get hit. Maybe you have 2 children and one needs to get hit and the other doesn't. It's 2 different niggas. You need 2 different niggas, need 2 different parenting styles. That's why they say it takes a village to raise a child. If you couldn't tell, I'm still mad about this. It's been years since then. I'm still mad. I'm still mad about that. And that was some bullshit. Like, how the hell? What? She could have thrown me through a window. Don't get it twisted. There were other times where like my folks like frustrated me, and I went through the whole like black kids can't like say shit and everything. Again, like I said before, I just remember that because that was the most egregious one. That was the first time I ever felt betrayed by my family, or at least my parents. That was the first time I ever felt straight up betrayed, because you just taking her side. You're not even kind of thinking about me here? Really? You was gonna let her say whatever she wants to? That's a stranger. Who gives a fuck if she's a teacher? That's a stranger, and you're choosing her over your child? I was done. I went straight to my room, cried, bro. I am so much calmer now. Granted, it's because I'm an adult, and like my family, you know, they realize that, hey, de-escalation and having a conversation are the, you know, that's adult talks. That's adult talks. So and I can, like, you know, just ignore my annoying ass sibling now. We still don't get along. But it would be like, fuck was I pissed. Talk about some a child must honor their parents. No, said in the Bible that a parent must not anger their child. But well, who would have fucking guessed? We just ignored that one, huh? Oh, fuck me. Hey, I love my family. I love my family. I love my mother. I love my mother a lot. But holy shit, did that piss me off? Oh god. You know, that's, I wonder where that lady is now. I genuinely wonder, because she did ask for me. I don't know what I'd do if I met her. I wouldn't be mean. I would not be comfortable talking to her though. I'm not gonna lie. That have to, like, that, like, you know how I'd say, like, oh, like, let go of all your anger, like when you die and you go to heaven, shit, like, so like your hate doesn't weigh you down. That's something I'd have to let go of when I that's something I'd have to let go of when I'm old and gray and finally kick the bucket. Cause I'd be moving up to, let's say when I go up to heaven, right? Let's say when I go up to heaven and like all my hatred is like flashed in my brain, like people ask to forgive. I'd get to that. I'd forgive it. But the big God would visibly see my face tense as I float upward, and just
slow down slightly before I continue to rise up. just going up, stop, 1, 2, continue to go up. It take me a minute, cause it's been years. I'm still mad about that. I remember being in the damn car. I'm still pissed. But yeah, that was this video, bro. Oh god. Oh wow. I'm pissed even more now. I just remembered that shit actually. Oh fuck me. What length is this video again? This video was 14 minutes. I turned a 14 minute video into 40 minutes. Dear god. But yeah, that was this. I'm gonna catch y'all later. Subscribe. Peace.